they come.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football need. Your football need. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. Sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy.
Yes, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, children of God.
He's gonna say children of God.
We are back. Welcome to the Footy Fantasy Podcast, aka the show where the people with chest come to flex their chest every week, and those with no chest, well, it's tough. Wear that turtleneck, right? wear that push-up bra. But listen, we're back. We have our good friend Idris. What's going on, brother? You good?
Always good, sir. Nice to be here.
Of course. I have a hard stop at 4. So Idris, I know I'm going to have to cut you off, just so you know.
100%.
If I cut you off, it's not hate. It's just because I know that, you and your Chelsea takes, you can go on a tangent. So
sorry.
Just heads up. Toby, what's going on? First of all, Toby, let me tell you something. Let me be honest with you.
Okay.
When Ayo texted me in the group chat earlier this week, he's like, "Hey, Jolo, you're hosting this weekend." I was like, "Fuck." And then I said, "Oh, who are the guests?" It's like Toby, Idris, and I was like, "Oh, fuck no, nah." If you need to take Toby out. I do not want Toby on the same podcast with me because we go way back. I have history with this man. There will never come a time where I actually genuinely like you or enjoy your company.
That's okay.
Footballing wise, just so you know. Footballing wise.
That's okay. That's all right.
Okay, all right.
That's all right.
Just so you know, the feeling is.
As long as you don't line me up and shoot me like the other Liverpool fan wanted to.
Hey, whoa. Too soon, bro. Nah.
I'm going, guys. I'm in Canada. You know we don't have that.
You know what? That deserves a light sin bit. I'm sorry. That deserves a light sin bit.
We don't do that here, man. We don't.
Calm down.
I'm just saying. Let's just keep it cordial. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we keep
glad to be here.
Toby,
hold on. Did something happen? Do you want to talk about it?
No, Stephen, we're not gonna go there.
Later.
Stephen, something happened.
No? Are you sure?
Later.
Stephen, some things happened this week.
You sure
in the group? Go into it. Some things happened in the group this week. You're gonna need to catch up. You need to go back and catch up.
No, I caught it. I caught the tail.
Oh, you caught it? Okay.
I had the idea, but it seemed like Toby got something on his chest. Say something.
No.
We're not gonna let him talk. We're not letting him talk. Nah, Toby, you're not getting nothing off your chest, bro.
Okay.
Keep your triple D's, bro. Keep your chest heavy. Don't get nothing off, bro. No.
All right. I'm just instigating, man, because it doesn't concern me. I'm just instigating. So yeah.
Right, anyway, Steven, you good?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm stressed, but I'm blessed, though.
Hey, I mean, look. So listen, being a football fan, especially now, and also supporting Tottenham, brother, your stress levels are high, bro. You and me both. I'm sure we share the same cardiologist, so it's okay. I can give you some meds. If you need.
I'm stressed, but to be honest, we're not even supposed to be in the position we are in after last season, so I'm blessed.
Yeah. A little bit of housekeeping. On YouTube, we're at Footy Fantasy. On Twitter, it's Footy AD Fantasy. Instagram, it is Fantasy Footy. And if you like that theme song that played in the intro, Saji made it. And his IG is SJ Music. Man is a dope music producer, I guess. Yeah, he's a producer. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Shout out Saji. Shout out Saji. But let's just get it started, man. Look, this guy on the bottom left of your screen, he took another L yesterday. And I think they call it 3-point slaying now. Chelsea fans call it 3-point slaying, right? And I'm also hearing that, and Idris, you can confirm this since you're the chief accounting officer at Chelsea. I'm hearing that Chelsea has decided to pay for Tottenham Stadium since that stadium is Chelsea's home. So
yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's supposed to be because we can't seem to build our own stadium, right?
Yeah,
we have a whole bunch of things happening. But right now, we think it's only fair.
It's only fair, exactly.
It's only fair, you know.
Like you can't pull up at a man's house, right? You can't pull up at a man's house, take his wife, right? Adopt his kids, put your feet up in his living room, no shoes off.
All I gotta be is just like Steven. See, I'm captain now. I'm captain now.
I'm captain now, right? You get into his fridge, you eat all his food, and you don't even pay anything. You gotta pay the mortgage. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. It's all good. We're working on our set pieces. We'll change this. We'll change this up. Once we get our set pieces right, we can be like set piece FC. So don't worry about this.
Okay, all right. So
I do see that everybody wants our stadium, though. I see
it's a beautiful stadium, though.
Well, you guys have not beat Chelsea in that stadium, right?
Steven? I don't think they've beat us in a long time, actually.
In that stadium? I think we have, to be honest. We have. Come on, man.
You have?
I'll have to check. Chelsea.
Idris, I want you to talk about the game. Talk about game, and I'm gonna Google.
Google. Check it out. I don't keep track of that kind of stuff.
I'll quickly say about the game, and Stephen, we could go back and forth too on it. So I thought, from a Chelsea standpoint, I always felt that like Tottenham could always come back. We just needed a couple of mistakes because it's the story of Chelsea. I honestly wasn't expecting a win, but I wanted a win. And it was just the way we've been playing as Chelsea. We're quite erratic. I know everybody's going to look at it like you spent $1 billion or $2 billion. Like, if you watch Chelsea week in, week out, it's almost, I mean, we're way past where United is with your problem. But it's kind of like a weird cycle. You're gonna find that cycle, United, as you're coming in, and I think Tottenham too.
Why you bring United into this? Don't bring us into this,
bro. because you had the moment of
you guys had the problems without bringing me into it.
You guys had the moment of 3 wins, and then they gave your manager, football manager of the month. I said, right there, thank God. I wish we were playing this team right now because that would have been the perfect time to play United. Because anytime any manager carries that like manager of the month, L is determined, is like constant. Like they're gonna chop L. But in the game itself, I think I was surprised with how Tottenham played. I don't think Tottenham came out all like full guns blazing, especially with the manager, the way the managers always played before even joining Tottenham. I think they were a tad bit cagey. But even that saying that, we had an opportunity to bury that game like 3 or 4-1, right? Like the scores didn't really show the actual maybe extent of how Chelsea probably like dominated in the game. But then again, when I say dominate, it's for me, it was like a back and forth that if Tottenham really showed up, it could just be a high scoring game, like a 4-3, 3-2-ish kind of game. And they did play. I just didn't understand what Tottenham was coming with in their own stadium that day, because I could swear to you, if you know Chelsea was up for the taking, at least for the first like 20 minutes of that game, my opinion.
Steven, I before I go to you, I want you to focus a little bit on, because I noticed what's his name, Frank. He made a change that ended up, I guess, unfortunately not working out because he got injured early. He played Bergvall in that midfield, because usually he has this midfield of Paulinho and what's his name?
Sar?
No, he has Bentancur, Paulinho. Yeah, right. But yesterday he started with Paulinho, Bentancur, and then Sar. I mean, and then what's his name? Bergvall, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Unfortunately, the young man got injured after like what? Within the like first 10 minutes.
6 minutes.
6 minutes, then
5
went
minutes,
off, and I think it went downhill from there. Would you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So two things coming into the game is, one, if you've been watching Tottenham, we have no real creative outlet, no real creativity. A player that could just step away from the defenders into space, turn with the ball, make intelligent plays. We don't have it. We got Xavi Simons to do it, or Simons, whatever his name is. That boy, I just want to be easy on him because he's new, but I don't see it right now. It's about.
Can I just say something, Stephen?
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
So we've been seeing this for weeks now. He's just kind of lost. He plays like he's gonna underlap from the left, so he's cutting in from the left all the time. But he hasn't found a good relationship with Spence yet, with the fullback. So he makes silly runs. He just can't work it out with Spence. And we've been trying him. And for the last 2 games or so, Frank said, it seems Frank just kept him on the bench. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we've been playing Betancourt and Palhinha. For some reason, in the last 3 or so games, we haven't had Sar, who I think is our best midfielder. Sar is our most dynamic midfielder. He brings that dynamism to the game. He can go up and down. He can create. He doesn't just sit in front of the defensive line, which is what Betancourt and Palhinha do. So when we play both of them, there's just not enough movement. Sar can make the runs in behind, even behind the strikers. If you watch some of our early games on the season, Sar just brings a different element to our game. For some reason, he's not been playing. In this game, Frank did 2 things. He put Bergvall in on the left wing to come into the midfield. Yeah. And he played Sar kind of as a number 10. To me, I don't think that's exactly how Sar should be used. Sar is a box-to-box player.
Agreed.
If you put him number 10, we lose something in behind in how we build. Because a lot of players talk about skill, or a lot of people talk about skill to build. You need movement to build. He has intelligent movement that creates the space. Anyway, so those are the main 2 things. Bergvall in there, and then Sal playing a little bit further up. So I was unsure how it was going to work. As soon as we started and Bergvall got hurt, I knew it was going to go bad because we would have to bring Xavi in. Yeah. And Xavi is just not right now. Everything's going on a little too fast for him. It was downhill from there completely. The game was kind of like, if you watched at the end of August, we played against Bournemouth, and we just couldn't build anything. It looked like every single ball that we played out was to a player under pressure, couldn't turn. The defenders had too much of the ball, trying to find the ball out, couldn't find any ball out. And eventually we would try to go up to Kolo Muani, who is not really a hold-up striker. Kolo Muani really wants the ball at his feet. He wants to run. He wants to use his speed. He has some skills. So everything was just looking dull. I hated the game yesterday. I really hated it. And then also Chelsea was really smart in something they did. If you know our team too, even before this injury yesterday, you know that our only real creative player is Kudus. Kudus, if you give Kudus the ball, he can try to make things happen. And they locked him in with every time the ball would even look like it was going to the right, Calcedo was dropping in on him. and minimizing that space between him and Cucurella. And Garnacho was really working hard too, up and down. Yeah. So I think Chelsea handled Kudus so well that it was maybe 20, 30 minutes before he actually got into a 1v1 with Cucurella. Yeah. So I think Chelsea was good. I like the way they thought about our team and locked Kudus down. It's kind of easy to do if a team has only one creative outlet. So but some coaches would be dumb enough not to see that. So they did lock Kudus down, and it was just done. It was now a matter of, are Chelsea going to do something with that? Yeah. And that's where I kind of fault you guys. I was like, Chelsea, can you score at least? Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
Steven, the answer is no. And you're probably enjoying the game as a football enthusiast.
Xavi Simons coming in and making one of the. I have to just keep going because I hate this. Like, this is one of my pet peeves in coaching. Xavi Simons comes in on the left side. If you're a winger, I look at you as an outlet. If a defender gives you the ball out wide, he wants you to take it away from pressure.
Yeah.
He wants you to carry the ball if you can, or go into a 1v1. Try to create something to move the ball out. That's why wingers are people with ball skills. So as soon as we lose the ball, first of all, I think Neto loses the ball. Caicedo wins it back. He gives it to Neto. Neto plays a stupid pass. Van de Ven has the ball, plays it wide to Xavi Simons. And Xavi Simons plays it one touch right back to the center back who just gave you the ball. That was the craziest thing to me. I'm like, dude,
and there was no pressure. And there was no pressure.
He's trying to get it out to you. There's no pressure on him. He could turn. He could go wide left. He passed it right back to Van de Ven, and the ball kind of stuck at his feet. Caicedo pressed like a dog, who he is. Yeah. He did his thing there. But I was just like, Simmons, man, please, just stay on the bench for now. I think that was just a horrible sub to bring him in, especially to this game. I couldn't stand it.
Can I chime in and say he's just one of the praise of Caicedo? If it wasn't Caicedo, he'll get away with that. That's something I needed you to understand. Like, where Chelsea is at right now, there are certain quality players that carry the team. Caicedo, Reece James, because they're currently healthy, and Cucurella doing their thing. Palmer is out. The truth about the matter is, when you said we couldn't score, this is Chelsea. This is the honest truth about it. Like, when we played United, I'm sure United were gobsmacked about, like, Chelsea, what are you guys doing?
I was shocked. I was shocked.
It's the same thing. We when we play you see we dominate play, we do a lot of things, and then if you're a football enthusiast and you're just like, okay, bro, why are you making that bad decision? You actually see the inexperience in Chelsea team. Like, you can't buy experience. I mean, it's just what it is. We are very talented young people, but inexperienced young folks.
Yeah, we're gonna actually talk about Chelsea later on, because we do have a Maresca conversation to have in light of the bigger Chelsea conversation. But one last question I have for you, Stephen, on this Spurs issue.
Yeah.
Do you think with Xavi Simons, for example, because I'm not gonna lie, that young man has it's an understatement to say that he has underperformed, right? And if we didn't have the headline catchers like Benjamin Sesko, right, or Cunha not firing on all cylinders, or what's his name in Liverpool, Ekitike, Isak, like all these players, Florian Wirtz, how do I forget? Like, if we didn't have those people not like grabbing the headlines in terms of underperformance, I think Xavi Simons would have been one of those people would be looking at, because he came with a lot of, I guess,
a bit of hype.
Respect, with a lot of hype,
not a lot,
not a small transfer fee, but he just looks like he looks lost every game. Is this because at this point I can look at Thomas Frank and almost guess that he probably did not want Simmons. Simmons is not his kind of player.
I don't know about that. Why do you say so?
Just because he is not. Because if you look at the what you call it, the physical strength with which Thomas Frank likes to play football. Look at Mohamed Kudus, right, and look at Xavi Simons. Those are two completely different footballers, right, in terms of what they offer in attacking output and also their ability to actually play Premier League football. Kudus is a big boy, right? He can ride a few tackles. Yeah. Simmons, no, not really. And he also looks like he doesn't know what to do with the football every time he gets it. And I'm not sure. I think it might have been one of those institutional signings where they're like, you know what? Heung-min Son is gone. We need a high-profile player to replace him. And boom, Xavi Simons. fits the
He
bill.
looks like
Price looks right. We'll bring him in.
you know what when I see him, honestly, and I'm not even trying to diss him. When I see him, I can understand the mind. He looks like me when I first played on a big field, 11-11 in the U.S. after coming from Africa. That's what he looks like. He looks like everything is moving, and he's not sure what to do because it's a bit of a blur around him.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like. He's just not coming up with the right decisions. Let's keep in mind, though, this is one of the things that happens rarely in the Premier League. He was brought on yesterday and taken off in the same game.
Oh.
So that tells you exactly where he's sitting, both in terms of performance and in the coach's mind. Now, he can improve because you do improve after you come on to the big field for the first time, and you do get accustomed to the speed, learn the players. I want to hope that it's taking him a bit of time, and the pressure is on him. If you look at his history, he's a kid who was a wonder kid, went to, I think, La Masia. He was at La Masia.
Yeah.
He did the Barcelona. He did the PSG. Back to PSG. He did a loan, went to PSV, back to PSG. Then he went to, I think, Germany.
He wasn't
to Leipzig. Yeah,
Leipzig.
to Leipzig.
Yeah.
So he's like one of those. He's a wonder kid who's done that, and he's fallen. He's gone again, and people are wondering, what exactly are you going to make of it? And then he does one of the things that I never recommend for professional players. I always say, if a professional player, you want to enjoy your career, stay in Spain. Don't go to the Premier League, man. No. If you haven't yet built yourself and dominated anywhere, and you have this pressure of a wonder kid, you can't come to the Premier League to express what? Like, it's full of dogs. That's what the Premier League is. Yeah. It's physical. To your point about physical, I won't say that he's not Thomas Frank Fred, but the Premier League is a tough place, man, especially physically. Mm-hmm. On whether he's a Frank's player or not, I think it's always difficult to make that case about did the coach choose this player or not. I feel like coaches play a game with that. If the player doesn't do good, they'll try to back and say, But if he does good, he'll talk about, what I told him when he was coming, you know. So we don't know yet, and I'm hoping he comes good. But at this time, I wouldn't be playing him. It's only going to hurt his confidence and hurt the team because we only have Kudus. We need somebody else, so we can't be putting him in if he's lost. I would rather have Odegaard or my guy Brandon Johnson, but for some reason Frank doesn't like to play Brandon Johnson.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah,
Brandon Johnson is a great finisher, is a pure finisher though, but Frank doesn't like that.
Yeah,
maybe Frank wants something more. We're only 8-9 games in, so 10. We're figuring it out. That's what I want to say. We're figuring it out, and I don't want to put a final judgment on Simmons yet.
Yeah. I mean, I just think for now he needs to remove Javi from his name and just go by Simmons because I agree. Javi would look more like catfish, bro. Anyway, I want Toby. Toby, are you good? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
I want to talk very quickly about this Chelsea Spurs game because I know you got things to say, and then we'll go talk about Slot and Liverpool.
I mean, you guys have said a lot. I think it was a boring game, first of all, after the goal, or even before. I think Chelsea was a lucky goal, obviously, right? It was counter press to goal, defensive error. But I do think that
your back-handed comments are annoying me, and I'm not supposed to be interjecting.
Sorry, what?
Well, you know, it's a boring game. Your back-handed compliments are annoying me, but carry on.
No, I mean,
I'll just pop up as you're just saying.
I think both teams are both teams are somewhat of a transition. I mean, Chelsea is.
Fair enough.
You just already said it. Chelsea is like Jekyll and Hyde. They have a good attack, but they are they have disciplinary issues. They have they do some stuff you expect. They're like Arsene Wenger when Wenger had kids play. If
yes,
that makes sense,
I just did not want to mention Arsenal.
Yeah, they're like the old Arsene Wenger playing with kids, right? And it just shows the maturity level, right? They have some good quality, and I think Spurs is finding. I think Thomas Frank's a good coach. I think he's just beginning to put his imprint of the team. They're now actually, defensively better. They're now scoring from set pieces. They're doing what a top team should be doing. I mean, United scored the equalizer from a set piece today. I haven't heard a lot of noise about set piece FC, but let's not go there. So I think all in all, it was decided by one goal, right? So boring game, but it's okay. Yeah, we're good.
I don't like this guy. I don't
Why?
like this guy because in
I didn't
what
say anything.
we've given him 3 minutes to talk, and in that 3 minutes,
That's all I said.
he has brought
He
in
has-
Chelsea.
He has
in an
offended
underhanded way,
everybody.
and now he's bringing you like, bro, just answer the question and move on, bro.
Toby, I think
why
you-
do you
I did.
I think you hit a record for most backhanded comments.
I see it. You're like,
Like, whoa. Everybody just catching
I mean,
straight.
you gave me 3 minutes. I used it up. Next
Anyway,
question.
okay, let's move on from Chelsea game. I want to make a confession that this topic we're about to talk about with, I was going to say Jurgen Slot. What's his name? Arne Slot. Arne Slot. Sky Sports actually addressed this topic, right? However, I submitted the topic to Ayo before I saw the Sky Sports article. And I did not read the article. So if you guys have read the Sky Sports article about this issue, feel free to just tell us what you think about that. But, we've been hearing this, Dutch baldy, just another Dutch baldy talking about his squad is not deep enough, talking about how he looked at Manchester City during the week and they were able to bring on a host of players that can play first team football. He looked at Chelsea's team during the week and Chelsea was able to bring on a host of players that can play first team football. And he talked about how his team, at least during the week, was full of teenagers who had seen very little to no first team football at all. And of course, me as an official hater, I completely dismissed all that. Like, brother, you spent 500 million pounds. What are you talking about? You have no depth, bro. You have Alexander Isak on the bench. You have TikTok over here, content creating from the bench. You have freaking, Mohamed Salah this man is eating kebabs on the behind you, and you're talking about I have no players to bring on. But can we actually look at that Liverpool team and say that for a fact they actually do have enough depth? Let's look at this from a non-trolling point of view. Do they actually have depth? Because yes, we can look at their front, their attack, Isak, Ekitike, Salah, but then besides that, do these men actually do have depth? Stephen, I want you to go first.
How are we defining depth? When this guy talked about depth, I said, okay, how are we defining depth? Because without being too self-focused, if you're to look at our bench for this game, right, and for the last couple games, let's say Sarr was out and Bergvall's on the bench, we have no substitute central midfielder. You understand?
Right.
It's Bentancur is playing it. They're playing. There's no one else that can hold. Do we look at that and say we don't have depth? Now, if the coach makes different decisions, let's say, if you remember the point I made earlier, let's say he plays Bentancur and Sarr.
Yeah.
Now we have a holding midfield on the bench. Does that mean we have depth now? So depth is kind of related to the decisions, the selection decisions that you're making on the field. It's also related to the selection decisions you're making if you consider your matches in sequence, right? You're preparing for Carabao, you're preparing for Champions League. So depth is a lot related to the decisions of the coach. So based on that, I discounted his points. I think Liverpool do have depth. When you have Szoboszlai and McAllister, two incredibly creative players, really smart players.
Yeah.
When you have Gravenberch also in that, you have Wataru Endo. You have the defense that we know they have. With Connor Bradley, yes, he's a young player. You've got Gomez on the bench. You have all the attacking options. I'm not even going to talk about the attack because I think everybody would agree that they have depth there.
Yeah.
But I'm looking just on defense and the midfield. I think you have the depth that you need if you consider that you won the league last year and improved from the added Frimpong. Okay, he's got hurt.
Yeah.
And you have these teenagers. I only mentioned the big dogs. You have these teenagers. You have what was he? I think it was the Inyoni. I could be wrong. He might not be a teenager. You have the Rio. I thought he was playing, man. Make some better decisions, and you have the depth that you need. So that sounded like such an excuse. I was a bit worried. Like there must be much more stress on him than we realize because Liverpool is a big club. 6 or 7 defeats. Maybe his job really was on the line for him to say that. I thought that was so outlandish.
Toby, what do you think? And as somebody who's also like you're legit in the title race and you have a trophy to win, but like do you give any credence to what Slot says regarding depth?
No, because I think he could have put depth on the bench the same way every other top team did. I mean, Arsenal had Gyökeres on the bench, we had Saka on the bench, we had people that just played on the bench. So he could have put out a team with depth on the bench, but he chose not to. That's the first point. Liverpool have 2 players in every single position, and I think in one position they have 3 players. Attacking wise, they have depth. The only position I think they're short is right center half, which is Gueye. But that's the only position where they brought in this new kid and he got injured. I think this kid from Italy or so, and I think he's injured. Is it for the season or he's out for a long period of time? And that's the only position where they knew they might be short if everybody doesn't play. But I mean, Van Dijk goes, he plays almost every single game. So I don't think I would have looked at the Liverpool squad and said they lack depth. I mean, unfortunately they lost Jota and then they sold Diaz and Nunes, but they brought in 3 attackers as well. So he didn't have a complaint. Now the team he put out intentionally did not have any depth, but that was his plan. He could have put the heavy hitters on the bench and let them play 20 minutes, right? So I think he chose a team of youngsters. I mean, but to me, no, I don't think there's. I think they're 1 player short, and that's right center half. But that's it.
Okay. Idris, what are you saying?
I don't have much for him because I've not followed as much Liverpool, but we know they did, as Toby said, they did reinforce. They did win the league.
Yeah.
They didn't really alter or change much from their entire structure in terms of how they've recruited, in terms of even the way they play. It's not like they've changed any way they've played, right? But there's also something Steven mentioned. They probably have, I think he also said that they had a few kids, to be honest, right? Maybe there's just a gap of the quality of what he considers depth, as Steven said. Well, how do you define it? Like, and again, not to be on Chelsea's case, and when we talked about like the Arsene Wenger young kids in the past, there's always something they say you don't win with kids for a reason, right? When we back in the day when we would lose a specific quality of player, then you bring in a very fresh player. Then you see a massive drop-off. Does a massive drop-off really affect the whole dynamic of play? Is the coach able to actually think of that drop-off and actually adapt to it, as Stephen was saying, where you have two defensive midfielders, all of a sudden you play in a different way, you drop the defensive midfielder, you bring it to box-to-box CMs, then you kind of had that depth on the bench, right? Because in case anything happens. So in Liverpool's case, I just think they're running through a few bad patch. I think they just need to sink. I think they bought some quality players. I just think there's a Premiership tax on them. They just need to, like Charlie Seaman, in my opinion, to catch up. And I think the coach is panicking. This is just what I don't know. I just think he's panicking. That's why he said that because, guy, this is the. I mean, if Klopp had this spending power first season, dude left and probably was like, so you guys can spend like this after I left, right?
Yeah.
And for it to now come out and I'll say no debt. That's why nobody has pity for him. They're like, do you know what the last guy had to do? He had to slay dragons to get here. This is you. So I think most of what the gentlemen have said makes sense. I don't know. I don't know where to put why he said it, to be honest with you. I can only fall on he panicked, and maybe it's the quality and time needed for the new players to join to adapt to that level of which they were last year.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with any of you guys, and I really wish we had like maybe one Liverpool fan here just to see if they had an alternative opinion, maybe like Ola or Linger or something. But I mean, I'm comparing their squad to what it was last year when they won the league. On paper, that squad is better, in my opinion.
Why?
They did lose Kelleher, their second choice goalkeeper, to Brentford, but they replaced him with Mamadashvili. I mean, and let's not forget during the Euros, Mamadashvili was the top goalkeeper up until when I think Georgia got to, I think like they got out of the group stage. Anyway, Mamadashvili was tearing it up at the national team, so people had respect for him, right? Right back, Jeremy Frimpong. Top teams were after that guy, right? It's not like Frimpong came in and the Liverpool fans were like, "Oh my God, he's such a horrible player." No. He was rated highly.
Yeah.
Milos Kerkers, right? Like everybody was after that guy from Bournemouth. So again, they can't say it's not like they went and got Destiny Udogie. Like when no shade to you, to Stephen, but nobody knew who Udogie was when he came from Udinese, right? And then boom, turns out he's actually quite decent. So it's not like they went and got no name players. Right, they've gotten like heavy hitters.
They've also got Federico Chiesa that's coming off the bench.
Chiesa, exactly.
Do you understand how good that guy is?
That guy's
how experienced
cold.
that guy is. Yeah,
guy's cold. And if it only appears that this coach is making this point only because the players are not firing. That when we actually look at it, I will say Liverpool has just as much squad depth as even maybe Arsenal. On paper, probably as much as Arsenal.
Body numbers, like as Steven said.
Yeah.
You have enough body numbers.
Yeah,
it's like the argument in every of my clients when it comes to when you're building the data, you're modeling data for them, data visuals. You're trying to define a specific measure in terms of like a definition of something. I want to do a head count. There's always an argument between operations head count, finance head count, and HR head count. So as Stephen is saying, we're saying he has numbers. Okay, but what numbers does he have? Does he have experience numbers? Does he have you know what I mean? Like, does he have top-notch numbers? Or does he have like it's I think what he might want to call numbers, maybe they don't have Premier League experience. I don't know. I would argue that they have numbers and quality.
No, I think they have numbers. They have
numbers and perceived quality in those numbers too.
Yeah.
So here's what he could have done. He could have put out a starting 11 that merged youngsters, people with Premiership experience, and a couple of guys that have never played before. Arsenal started a striker who I've never heard of before against Brighton. I didn't even know that guy was in the Arsenal team, right? And then we started a 15-year-old Max Dowman as right winger, right?
Come on, man. That guy's not 15. Stop playing.
Yeah, he's 15.
Stop playing.
But my point is, you still had experience within the team. You don't do that and then put 15-year-olds in midfield and then 18-year-old in center back. You don't do that, right?
Yeah.
So you could have merged it a little bit. Now, maybe it's injuries or fatigue, whatever reason, he decided to go with a very, very makeshift team, even at the back. Right, so yes, the team he put out, and then on the bench, to the point I made earlier, he didn't put any experience on the bench. We put all the starters that played on the bench. We're like, this is because he played a Premiership team. We played Brighton, they played Brentford. You don't go play a Premiership team in a Carabao Cup and at least not have your experienced guys in case you need a goal the last 10 minutes or the last 20 minutes.
Brother, especially Crystal Palace. Mohamed Salah was over there eating fried yam, walking to the bench.
They've been on the bench. Sorry,
eating dundun.
You could have had Salah on the bench.
Yeah.
And Itakite on the bench as well. You could have done that.
Yeah.
But
let me take comments. Before we go to the next topic. I completely forgot to take comments. Aya is saying hi to you, Toby. Man like Eric Ten Black. Simmons has been very disappointing. Aya goes, Slot is just a bit rattled because I'm sure he didn't expect them to have this huge slump after starting with 5 W's. hey, listen, life be lifing sometimes, you know. Life be lifing sometimes. Yeah, hey, it is what it is. All right, let's talk about Amorim. Right,
Floor
very
is
quick.
My favorite
yours.
topic.
Floor
Nobody
is
wants to talk
yours.
about this
And
guy.
I want to start with you, Toby. Is it fluky
thank you.
result? Was it like those 3 W's? I mean, of course, I have my opinion as a United fan and as an Amorim outer, but as the official Amorim hater, tell me what are you thinking?
I don't think he's fluking it because we can't have a manager lose a game and say he's, and then when he wins 3 in a row say he's fluking it. I think he's made some minor changes to how you guys are set up, and I think his attack is now beginning to come together a little bit better. So I was actually surprised when you beat Sunderland, which was 2 games ago. Was that the first win, or that was the second win? Remind me which one that one was. I actually didn't think you beat Sunderland, and I'm being honest here.
It was the first.
That was the first win. I actually, and if you want to be honest, you would have. People should not be throwing shit on Sunderland. I think, but when he beat Sunderland, I was like, whoa, what's going on?
I thought we're gonna lose.
Is this
I
thing
thought we're
really
gonna
going
lose.
to kick it? Yeah. Being honest, like Sunderland, that's not an easy team to beat. I don't care what anybody says, right? We play them next, and it's not going to be easy. I don't care. They have a very, very good team, and they play in a certain way that will cause teams problems. So I don't think it's a fluke. I do think, like a lot of games are won by 1 goal. City won, is it their last 2 games by 1 goal before today? So it doesn't take a lot to turn a loss or draw into a win, right? The margins are fine. Very, very few teams are beating teams 4-0 and over in the first half and they go home, right? So I don't think he's fluking it. I think he's been able to stabilize the ship. Mm-hmm. But the problems of midfield, are you guys still easy to play through? Yes, but give him credit. He hasn't lost 3 games, and he won 3 games before the draw yesterday, right? So, no, I don't think he's fluking it. I think he's. Okay. He was never going to go the whole season and lose 20, 30 games, right? At some point, the talent you've added up front is going to count for something. Now, do I think you revert to your mean? Yeah. I mean, you were second for 20 minutes, and then you ended up the week 8th. So, I mean, geez.
Fuck off, man. Fuck off.
Did you just do that, or did we lose it?
No, I didn't pick him out.
This guy removed me.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm done.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's taking the piss. He knows what he's doing.
I'm done. I'm not saying anything again. Right,
what in the CNN or Fox News have you done? When interviewing, when they hit you with straight, you're like, we'll go to commercial, right?
Stephen, I want to go to you next because you know coaching, and I'm approaching this from an emotional point of view because of course I hate the guy, but well, in football terms I don't like him. But what do you think? Do you think it's been a fake this whole time?
Okay, I was looking when Aya sent me this. Let me be totally honest with you. I have one. Forget all the technical matters about coaching or anything about man management that I may have learned, because you just learn that by experience. It's not easy dealing with people.
Yeah.
I do still have this pet peeve with Maguire. I do not think he's played at a Premiership level for years now. And so I went back to see through this run from, I think y'all won against, is it Bournemouth? And then you started this run with the Sunderland win. I say, how many games of this has Maguire played? Mm-hmm. And it was one of them. I think it was the win against Liverpool.
It was Liverpool. Yeah.
So I'm seeing kind of Amorim come to a more settled 11. I know Mount played in 1 or 2 of those games, but in the back, it's settled with Shaw, De Ligt, Euro, except for that 1 game Maguire played. Yeah. Then he's got Casemiro and Fernandes. Yeah. Ahmad is back. Ahmad is huge, man. Yeah. Ahmad is when you look at players, you look for players. He's new to the team or he's young and he's not quite getting everything right, but he scores goals. That's what I look for. That he has that quality. It's like Garnacho in his first season with Man U. It's like he just has that star quality. And then you've got Mbeumo. I think Mbeumo adds a lot to you guys, man. He has quality. He's a hustler. He just adds a lot. So if he sticks with that team, I think Amorim is coming to the point where he's finding his team that works and trying to stick to it. Remember last season, he was switching all the time. He was switching people in. He was trying to find a way. I think he is just, we're seeing what is a coach coming to the team that he trusts. And that's just it. I don't want to take away the credit from Amorim and say he's fluking, because when a coach is doing bad, what do? We get him. We're gonna go. So when he's doing good and he's come up with a run, it's because he's found a team that he trusts and he's actually motivating those players. So good for him.
Okay.
I hope they don't. When I look at their record, I think you guys have almost exactly the same record as us. It's 5-2-3. So I hope they don't become a problem for us this season, because
we're playing you next weekend, so we'll see.
Yeah, we're just trying to come in with a new coach. So I've been looking at his run. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want him to get it right, but I have to give him credit. He is getting.
I hear that. I just want to make it known that I'm unable to have a fair, balanced conversation.
I know.
I'm just gonna take myself out of it. But I'm gonna read a comment before I go to Idris. Aya goes, these teams. Oh, sorry. Actually, no. Start with this one. Agreed with Toby. He made adjustments to long ball in possession and a 5-4-1 out of possession. But the real test will be this run of form, this run from Forest all the way to when we play City in Jan. Hear that? Well, these teams love.
You don't want to give it to him.
These teams love and want you to do long ball. How I want to adjust to this will determine if this team can end up in European places.
European places? You were 17th last season.
What kind of European places, bro? The only European places
Conference League.
Brother, even conference. Azerbaijan, bro. Azerbaijan Super League. That's what this man is going to, bro.
Idris won it last year, and they say champions of Europe. You never sing that. I mean, come on.
Hey, yo.
Toby is from a team that ended up
champions of Europe.
17th is what it's a team that ended up 17th last year. Like they're talking about.
But, I mean, you guys were behind them to the last game of the season. I don't know why you're shouting. Sorry, Steven's team, right? Where did Spurs finish?
Right? 17.
Look, 17. we were 17.
I finished. I don't know what you're talking about. I finished 15th. I wasn't 17.
But that was the last game of the season. Thanks to the last game of the season.
And I hit 40 points. I hit 42 points at the end of the season. I hit 42 points. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying it's too early to start talking about European places. You were 16th or 15th last season. You cannot start talking about European places.
No, honestly, I tell Aya all the time. I tell Aya all the time. He's smoking crack. I don't know what you think. I don't know what you're talking about European places for, bro. We ended 15th. I'm saying top 10. If you put me on page 1, I'm good, bro. Put me on page 1. What are you talking about? Europe. You have Ghana must go. You want to go to Europe? What are you talking about, bro?
But Europe is now extended. I don't think you finish. Okay, I'm not trolling. I think top 4 is. I don't think you won't finish top 4. No, you may not finish top 6. You may not finish top 6. Wait, hold up. But doesn't up to 8th go? Currently,
None. Europa League Conference League is 7.
Because only 7.
Only 7.
FA Cup collects one of those spots, is my understanding, and I think we just had I have to go and look at that stuff again. I think we had
last year was an anomaly, right?
Yeah,
last year was an anomaly. Yeah. On the normal, if you look at the table right now, it says 7th goes to Conference League, and the rest are either European. Yeah. Either Champions League or Europa League.
And you're not 7th by goal difference, right? I think you have the same number of points.
Well, brother, I'm talking. It's 38 game season, bro. At the end of the season,
you know how everyone says the league after 10 games gives you your first indication. So if I was a United fan sitting in 8th, almost like worst case 1 point away from Conference League, 3 points away from top 6, knowing that
let me look at where I'm at.
Come on. I don't think you should rule it out and say no, you can't get there because the league is compressed from 3 to 17.
United
how many
has
points?
Conceded the most goals in the top 10.
Thank you. And I have a coach that wears pajamas to games, bro. What are you talking about?
Wow.
What is like? Do you know who my coach is, bro? Do you know who this man is? This is the same man.
Bro.
I was looking for a goal yesterday. He brought on 2 defenders.
That's
I was looking for a goal. He brought on 2 defenders, bro. What are you talking about?
That's a standard substitution now. That's not.
Let's move on to the next topic. Let's move on to the next topic, bro. Let's move on to the next topic. And Idris,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I want you to address, because let's not this Spurs win that you guys had. You know, well done, shout out. But then let's go back to the real issue that you man have no back, bro.
Yeah.
Like you guys are Taylor Swift FC, no back, like nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
How is it possible?
Taylor catches straight.
How is it possible? And I actually believe that Maresca is overperforming. That's why I put in this question there. I think he's actually taking
normally
as
on
far.
a less if to say we did viewing center, I would say you. If you see Maresca, they'll underperform. If we were in a viewing
and tell me Maresca is overperforming.
if we're back home in a viewing center and you say this kind of thing, I will collect your drink from you, because I'm like, this guy's had enough. Because we need to be honest. Maresca is underperforming. When we played you guys, were you not shocked with the way we came at you? When we played Steven, weren't you shocked?
But you beat Liverpool.
So you see, there's certain things that happen. The reason why you two are afraid to jump into that United conversation about Amorim being a fraud is the same. Is that feeling that you are having that, like, I really don't know. Like I see the light, but I still don't see the. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't say it's overperforming. No. We should be solidly second right now. Solidly. We are not talking about like Arsenal should be looking and be like, man, Chelsea's here again. Like if I drop, even if they're not going to win the league, if I drop a couple of points
again, did you say again? Or
Chairman,
here? What are they doing here? Or like, what was that, Chelsea? Or here? When you say again, when were you second? When last were you second?
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay, don't say again.
This man.
Okay.
This man. But in all fairness, like if right now we were worried that like, Arsenal is running away with the league. Okay, City's back to second. Everything does settle now. But with the games we've lost, Maresca should be solidly second. I'm sorry. Like he has made some insane in-game decisions that we don't really understand why. He knows best because he's the manager. He sees the players, but we don't get it. I mean, you're talking about Amorim bringing in 2 defenders. Enzo Maresca has removed the best playing player and brought in somebody, and then we conceded goals or we lost the game, and then he comes out and tells you he's doing rotation. But you're like, there's so many other players who could have removed. Example, Achopong in the last game that we about tied or stuff like that, bringing in Tosin at 70-something minutes.
Nah, you won against Wolves, right? The Carabao Cup game.
Carabao Cup game, yeah. Like there are many games like that. You would take out the Garnacho and throw in somebody in it. Like, why? Like, again, I just chalk it off to I want to believe he's naive. You get, because we're not that bad. And when he gets it right, it's really, really impressive to see how Chelsea can play. Mm-hmm. But the guy overthinks. He just thinks he does in-game management that is just confusing to us as Chelsea fans. We don't understand why he makes that decision. I think he's forced to play in a certain way because of the signings of the club. I technically believe the Italian in him is strong. This guy is a negative hard football player, coach. He's just doing all this possession rubbish to certify certain things. Do you remember the game where we had a red card and the guy just lost his mind real quick? Sanchez got a red card and the guy just
that was against us.
Against you guys, he just scored the 2 like attackers. Everyone was like, "What are you doing?" Like, we need. Then United got a red card. We're now even. This guy now even took out more attacking players, no creativity, nothing. And I told people, he panicked. I'm like, this guy didn't panic. This is his DNA. He just showed us in real time how he wanted to play. He's just stifled that he has to play certain kind of players. So I don't think he's underperforming. I really just think he's naive and maybe he's finding his feet. But I think he's a decent coach, but he's extremely frustrating, to be honest.
Okay.
But I'll talk into the hippie coach you guys were talking about.
I want to jump to the set piece conversation. We can come back to this Maresca one because I know Toby has to go, right? And since this set piece conversation is about, of course, Arsenal, and this was Ayo's suggestion, do we like? Are you Toby? What do you think about this whole? I'm gonna tell you what I think first. Like, I don't get the whole set piece thing. If you score, you score. Like, I don't think the Premier League is seeing a really
The Renaissance.
I don't think the Premier League is seeing like the level of set piece goals where we haven't seen in the past. Like the set piece have and they will forever will be a very key part of the game. So
how many people utilize it in the last 4-5 years of the way football has evolved? How many teams have actually utilized set pieces?
Well, then Toby, and if anything, go
most
ahead,
teams
Toby.
who won the Premiership, there was a Sky Sports visual that showed teams that have won this Premiership, how many decisive games they've scored from set pieces, and it was in the majority. Like most of the teams who win the Premiership are very good at set pieces. I think, to me, Arsenal have been good at set pieces for 3 seasons now. It's not a new thing. And the only reason why set pieces play dried up in January was because set piece needs 2 things. At least the way we do it, right? We need a delivery, right? Consistent, and we need someone who can attack the box, right?
Yeah.
Once Big Gabby was out from January, we didn't score a lot from corners. If you look at the set pieces teams are scoring now, it's not the first ball. It's the second or the third or the fourth ball. Or sometimes even the fourth ball. And they still count it as set pieces. I don't know statistically people were counting that 8 years ago. Because when you say, oh, they scored from a corner, look at you guys' equalizer today, right? That volley by, who was it? Was it Ahmad that had the volley for United?
Oh, you mean Man United?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yesterday.
Right? Yesterday. That counts as a set piece goal. But in your mind, do you look at that as a do you look at that as a set piece goal, really?
No, I don't.
Zubimendi's 2 goals.
That's a fantastic volley from outside.
Zubimendi's but Zubimendi's goals where he volleyed from a ball, they count that as set piece.
That's
so
crazy.
when you say, "Oh,
I think Ahmad's was a set piece goal, though. Just sorry to interrupt.
But my point is that was the second or the third ball. It wasn't the first ball from the corner, right?
So Toby, in terms of metrics, like how much further away do we have to be from the initial set piece play?
It doesn't matter
for it to be a set piece goal.
I don't know. We need to check with Opta. I don't know the fact.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that I really don't know the fact, but I'm just saying the way it's counted with Opta, those are all set piece goals because it started from a dead ball situation. Now, I think that my issue with it is not that Arsenal are good at set pieces. I like that we're good at set pieces. I was telling a Liverpool fan, I said, you guys had more corners against United. You just didn't do anything with it. That's your fault. We get 2 corners and we score 1. We had
your corners are like penalty. Your corners are like penalty.
Hold on. Our second corner against Burnley, we were able to score. And then what did that do to them? It made them come out to play. And then we scored them on the counter-attack, and then we took off Gyökeres. I think the difference is that in the past, Arsenal teams will score from set pieces, and that Burnley game would have ended up like 4-0 because it would have kept attacking. The difference this season is that we don't do that because we don't have a lot of attacking talent that's fit. So part of Arteta's rationale is, look, I need to conserve these people, and he's secure that if he keeps his midfield, he goes, I don't need to score 3 to win the game. So with Burnley, we scored 2, and we said, Gyökeres come off, Zubimendi come off, everybody just contain the game. And so maybe that people are getting upset about. For me, set pieces are important, especially when, for which is what Liverpool is finding out, that most of the teams you play are going to play low block, and you can dance around the box so many times. If you don't have a Haaland or blah, 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 you may not be able to score. So we're just using it as a way to break down. And I think what we're going to do next to piss everybody up is Arteta is going to go hire a long throw coach, and then we'll start scoring goals from long throws, and it will even piss you guys off even more.
No, you back hired from Brentford.
That's that kind of guy. I'm looking at him. Arteta is looking at him and saying, I can use this guy. So yes. I mean, it's not a myth. I think it's good delivery. But look at what happens when Arsenal scores. It's a Rice delivery that's perfect. It's a or Saka. It's a Gabby winning the first ball.
Mhm.
You take out those two players, you have to have that delivery that's consistent. And we've been working on it for like 3-4 years. So everyone is getting United is good at set pieces with Maguire. It's not a fluke that Maguire is good in the air. He's good in the air because he attacks the spaces, right? So you have to have the people that can do it. But I love it. We're not insecure about set piece FC. Like I literally called it on my name. We love it. That is rubbing you guys the wrong way, and we own it. This has been from last season. Remember when they were saying corner FC? So
No, yeah, you guys, you guys, like you said, you guys have been
we love it.
scoring set piece goals for at least 2 years now.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone's surprised about it. You should have known it was coming.
No, I think the difference right now is Arsenal is matured.
At top. Arsenal is what?
Arsenal is matured. Like as you said, like they manage games well. They score the set piece brutally. They scrap any goal. They don't care about Wenger tiki-taka stuff. They see out the game. They move to the next. I think we're really upset that it's working out for them because this is reminiscent of when you remember when people used to call us boring Chelsea. Mm-hmm. This is reminiscent of like they got the job done. So that's why for us in Chelsea, when people start talking about patterns of play or possession, it annoys us from our DNA because for us, this is not where our success came from. Anyways, so but kudos to Arsenal.
Toby, I know you gotta go, right? You gotta go?
Yeah, I gotta go, but we'll catch up later, guys.
Okay, all right. Peace, bro. Thanks for joining. All right, bye.
Cool. I just want to say quickly on the set piece thing is I don't mind it. I think Arsenal's doing great. If you have mastery over one part of the game, do it, dominate. And if you look at, I think they have the most. I looked at the most the corners. They have the most corners out of any team in the league in this season, and they're leading by like 11. I can't remember who exactly is second. They're leading, so it's like, how are they getting all these corners? They're doing
intentional. It's intentional.
It's intentional. They play with the concept of every little facet in the game today matters. This just reminds me of the Mourinho moment. Like you get to the byline, I don't need you passing back like a bull run. Get me to the corner kick. I want to be able to deliver positive mindset. I want to get the ball to the box. And then what does Chelsea do? Chelsea sends out the Gary Cahill, sends out the John Terry, sends out the goons up from Didier Drogba. One of those three people said is going to touch the ball. And there's a Frank Lampard that is lurking just to hit the second.
The second thing about it is, have you noticed how when they score with the set pieces, how overjoyed they are? Like they're celebrating it. This is something they work on, and they work on it. Like, they don't take it like, we scored a little goal off the thigh and it sucks. No, they're so that means the coach has got everybody to buy in.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, set piece training is one of the dullest trainings that you can do. If you're working at any team, most times players, even good players, you come to set piece training, they don't want to work on that. The set piece training is a mind game to get players to put actually 100% into it. And it's an easy way for players actually to like make their coach's mind up about picking them. Because you might not be doing so well, but if you have a talent or you're very ferocious on attacking set pieces or how you work on set pieces, that gives the coach another reason to put you in. So somehow he's gotten them to buy in. And I respect that more than even the set pieces. He's getting the whole team to buy in on that. Yeah. It's good. I just hope it something happens, and I don't know. They need a rule against the long throws and
I think it's
the goalie. They are
exactly the fouls against the goalkeepers. They need to start looking at that. They need to start looking at that.
With the goalie. I'm not gonna hate as long as the refs don't say anything. But when you look at the replays, they are kind of holding him back, holding him down. So
and I remember in the summer they did say something about the refs having to address those things, and to this day they haven't. Like 10 games in, they're not addressing that. I don't like it. I'm sure I'm a hater of Arsenal, certified hater, card-carrying member of the hating club. But listen, I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. These guys are efficient, and they don't concede, bro. They've conceded 3 goals all season.
But it's the nature of the way they play. I say this is reminiscent of the Chelsea.
Yeah, I think Chelsea under Mourinho.
Like this guy just went and studied City stuff and said that how can I anti-play this thing and still win the league?
You know who's so pissed off is Mourinho. Mourinho's looking back at things that people used to hate on him for, and
you know what I mean?
Are winning with it.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right now, they're winning with his way. If you look at Man U, when Man U won that the whatever they won with Ten Hag, was it the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Do you remember how they won that game? It was Mourinho. They just held the block and played on the counter.
Yeah.
And that's all they did.
And Mourinho got the flag as
was congratulated
football coach.
Haram football. And anyway, I'm gonna read comments and we can wrap this up.
All right.
Chelsea recruited a lot of inconsistent players, so they're going to fluctuate. I mean, yeah, I think Maresca is performing at par with the level of talent he has. To an extent, yeah.
I would agree with that. I didn't speak.
You just can't.
I feel like if you look at the midfield, he's doing the best to manipulate the squad he had. Look what he did with Reece James, moving him into the midfield.
But sometimes
he doesn't do that.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. Please, let's not do that.
No,
he doesn't have to.
Okay. We're not gonna go into this. We're not gonna go into this.
Sorry.
We're not gonna go into this.
Olga just saw me panic right there. I'm like,
we're
not gonna go into it.
It's
we're not gonna go into it. We're not gonna go into it.
You have Santos, Lavia, Casiano.
Come on. Lavia doesn't create nothing, man. Come on. Reece James.
But you also said you keep moving around. He's got a lot of people he doesn't need. Okay, fine. Sometimes it works. Yeah. They're using Gusto in the midfield now, bro.
Anyway, I don't know about Gusto. For me, introducing Reece James gives you guys another dimension. He plays different balls. Come on.
He does. But I'm just trying to say.
I agree. And maybe that's a way to manage his injuries. But anyway, we're going to move forward. Last comment. I love how a lot of Arsenal fans are insecure about this set piece FC thing. And that's the last comment we have. Gentlemen. Oh, no. There's one more. Sorry. Two more. Sorry. This is because they spent so many years telling us they have an Arsenal way and they only play beautiful football. I mean, I think if anything, that's a plus to them because they found another way to win. I mean, if they win, I hope.
They just decided to do the needful. He's answering.
What it is.
I hate those jihadists, crusaders that want to die on one way of playing. I hate those ideological coaches. I think Stephen knows where I'm coming from. They've adapted. They figured it out. There's nothing like the Arsenal will, a beautiful way.
Yeah,
it's just football.
We agree on this. I know we talked about it before.
Yeah,
but I was talking about maybe the hypocrisy of
it. It is hypocrisy. You're right.
They've always prided themselves in that. We play a certain way. We're the Barcelona of England. Blah 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 blah. Nah, bro. You're the Inter Milan of England.
I is right, dude. The hypocrisy.
Yeah, I said when United and Chelsea were winning leagues, being physical, they were criticizing the boring nature of it. Facts. Now they're doing the exact same thing. LOL. Facts.
And then we went to go and hire coaches that are now doing the opposite rubbish.
I know. I have a hipster coach in my own club. Bro. Anyway, boys,
we went to try Ange Ball.
Second season.
He got sacked again. He got sacked again. Right, that's crazy.
Oh man,
Ange Ball. Oh man, Ange. I don't know where Ange is right now, man. Ange is about to go try his football at Mars or something.
Yeah, imagine getting sacked by your own friend, bro. Your friend hires you and then sacks you within a month. That's crazy.
It's like I'm done with your shit.
Were they friends? He was friends with the owner.
Well, I mean, they're like Greek FC. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, Idris, always a pleasure having you, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Steven, pleasure coming on. We always appreciate your coach's insight, because some of us, we never coach. We just specialize in insulting coaches. So good to always have you on.
I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning. But thanks for inviting me. Thanks for being here. It's always fun, man. Good to see you guys. I see Oga's smiling so much more now, man. I've done some shows with him. This run is really lifting you, bro.
Hey, listen. I'm protecting. I need to find my joy and my peace elsewhere.
You know what's funny about Steven? You know what's funny about what you just said about him? He's very conflicted about his joy. it's cool the person he doesn't trust.
No, I didn't win. There's no joy. I didn't win, bro.
No, we're also talking about, I mean, you didn't lose because of disaster.
I didn't lose.
You know, so it was just like, so these 3 games. Should I spread chest? Should I not? He now tied today. Now said, okay, that's why I did spread chest. Now we talk about Amorim. It's like, but I can't criticize him because I wanted to spread chest.
No. I just said I'm still very emotional. That's all.
I understand.
Oh yeah, he's like, his wife hasn't cooked for him for 4 years, and now she cooked something for him. It's a spread, nice, looking good. Everybody like, whoa, look what she cooked for you. It's like, I don't know if I can eat this or not.
I don't know if I can eat it. Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Oh, jeez.
Everybody eat. It's awesome, man. Go in.
Nah, I'll wait until next month. Let's see if it continues. Yeah,
right.
How about that?
All right. Cool.
Nice.
All right, gentlemen. See you guys next time. Yeah,
All right, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Take care.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see.